Let's be honest, if you only play the major scale, then your solos can start to sound predictable. But today we're going to fix that. In this video, I'll show you the 3 main minor scales that every guitarist should know, how to play them, and when to use each one so that your playing actually sounds interesting. So let's get into it. So first off, we have the natural minor scale. Now, some of you may know this scale. This is the minor scale that most people think about when you say minor scale. Now, if we were to look at this scale in A minor, then it will be composed of the notes A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. And if you notice, that's the same notes that compose the C major scale. And that's because it's actually the relative minor of C major. And what I mean by the relative minor of C major is that it's basically the same scale, just starting from a different point. In this case, from the 6th note in C major, which is the note A. And this scale is super popular in rock, metal, and classical, among other styles. And it's really great for expressing melancholy and sadness. So this is how you play it in the 5th fret, which is what I'm going to be calling the E position of A minor, because I'm going to be playing it according to the case system. So in the 5th fret, we start here in A, then we go to B, then to C, then D, then E, then F, then G, then again A. So that's across 1 octave, and this is how that will look like across all the 6 strings in that same position. And really quick, before I continue, if you want to see how that scale and every other scale that I'll be talking about in this video look like across the whole entire neck, I've prepared a free PDF for you with the sheet music for that. So if that interests you at all, you can check the link in the description below. Let's get back to the video. So what makes this scale minor, and all the scales that we'll be talking about today minor, is the fact that they have what we call a minor third. And that just means that between the first note of the scale, which is A, and the 3rd note on the scale, which is C, we have 3 semitones, or a tone and a half, which on the guitar that looks like 4 frets. So we have 4 frets between A and C right here. If it were a major scale, if it were A major, that would be 5 frets, 2 tones. In other words, that C wouldn't be C natural, it would be C sharp, which is this one, or here. And that would sound like this. But since it's minor and that C is natural, it's actually this. And that's what makes it minor. Now, what makes it natural minor is the fact that the 6th note in this A minor scale is minor as well, what we call in theory a minor 6. And in this case, that'll be the natural F that we have right here. That'll give it that more melancholic sound. And the other thing that separates this minor scale from the other minor scales that we'll be talking about today is the fact that the 7th note in this scale is also a minor 7th, or a flat 7 as we also call it. Because if it were a major scale, we would have half a tone or 1 fret between the tonic, which is A in this case, and the 7th degree of the scale, which if it were major, it would be G sharp, like this. So those are the 3 notes in the scale that make this the natural minor scale. The flat 3rd, which is the flat 6th, and the flat 7th. And if you'd like to see all this clearly laid out for you in tab and sheet music, head to my description down below so you can download the free PDF I made for you. So that was the natural minor scale. Now moving on from that, we have the harmonic minor scale. This is where things will start to get a bit more interesting. This is the minor scale that people often describe as Egyptian or Middle Eastern sounding. And that's because there's one key difference between the harmonic minor scale and the natural minor scale, and that's the 7th degree. Similar to the major scale, in the harmonic minor scale, there's also just half a tone between the 7th note of the scale and the tonic, but everything else stays exactly the same as the natural minor scale. So that means that the notes in the harmonic scale are going to be A, B, C, D, E, F, and G sharp, then A. So all together that will sound like this. This is an incredible scale for rock, metal, classical, and just any time that you're playing really a dominant chord on top of that. But we'll get to that in a second. That was the harmonic minor scale in 1 octave, but this is how that will look like across all the 6 strings in this position, starting from the 5th fret. Again, this is all notated in the free PDF I've left for you down below, so definitely check it out. What really makes this minor scale the harmonic minor scale is the fact that you have that major 7th note in there. In this case, in A minor, that would be G sharp, and that gives it a completely different sound from the previous scale. Now, earlier when I was talking about improvising using this scale, there's one really important use of this scale which makes it perfect in pretty much any style. And the way to think about it is that if you're playing, for example, A minor harmonic melodic, like I just play over here, that A minor harmonic scale works perfectly on top of the dominant chord that's a 5th above A. In this case, that's E. So E dominant. And the reason it works so well is because all of the notes in E dominant are in the minor harmonic scale with one important addition. It has all the notes of E7 and the flat 9 of E7, which would be F natural. And we see it right here in the scale. So for example, it basically perfectly outlines E7 dominant. And the same thing applies whenever you're playing that harmonic minor scale in any tonality. Super spicy in the best way possible, but very musical. So definitely try to experiment a bit with that. And now moving on to the final scale that we'll be talking about in this video, that'll be the melodic minor scale. Now this is probably the lesser known variant of the minor scales that are in this video, but if you ask me, it's probably the tastiest one. And that's because it has 2 notes that are different from the natural minor scale, the first scale that we talked about, and that gives it just so much more color and tension. Now the minor melodic scale is composed of the notes A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, and A. And it's really interesting because it's basically just like a major scale, just with the flat 3rd. So if this C natural were to be C sharp, you'd basically have the A major scale right here. Well, since it's flat, we have a C natural, but everything else stays the same as A major. So it's very complex sounding scale because of that. It's almost like having things from the minor scale and things from the major scale 2 in 1, all rolled up into one scale. It just gives it so much color. Now, because of this extremely colored sound, that's what makes it so popular in jazz music. It's basically the quintessential jazz scale, if you will. And I played it in 1 octave, but this is how that will look like if we play it across the 6 strings right in this region. so tasty. Now, the reason that it sounds like that is that it has that major 6th and 7th degree. If not, it would just be the natural minor scale. And the cool thing about this scale is that it has a very, very easy trick to upgrade your sound and sound instantly jazz. And the trick is that basically if you have a dominant chord, you're going to play the minor melodic scale half a tone above that dominant chord. Let's take, for example, if we had a dominant 7th, like we do here, then we would play the B flat minor melodic scale, and that'll sound a little something like this. And the great thing about it is that it resolves so incredibly well to the next chord, which in most cases would be D major, right? So we usually go from A dominant to D major. So if we're doing that, then resolves beautifully to that D major 7th, and that's why it's so popular in jazz. You're going to find every note from that A7 dominant chord, but on top of that, you'll also find all of the color tensions for that dominant chord. So you'll find the flat 9th, you'll find the sharp 9, you'll find the sharp 11, the flat 13th, and the sharp 13. And this is why we call it the altered scale, because it basically contains every alteration in relation to that dominant chord that we were playing now, in this case A7. It not only describes the A7 perfectly, but also describes every color around it as well. And that's what makes this scale so powerful. And the fact that it's so simple to pull off that trick, just play the minor melodic scale half a tone above A dominant, right? Or any dominant chord that you're soloing on top of. And it'll just give you that beautiful jazz sound. I really love that scale, and I really recommend that you explore it for yourself, because I think you're going to get a lot of great sounds out of it. And again, all this is tapped out and written down in that free PDF I mentioned. So definitely check it out so you can follow along and explore all these scales at your own pace. Grab it at the description below. So wrapping things up, if you don't want to sound boring, these 3 minor scales are your foundation for doing that. The natural minor scale gives you emotion. The harmonic minor scale gives you tension. And the melodic minor scale gives you color. Now, if you want to go even deeper with all of this and really upgrade your guitar knowledge, I invite you to check out this free PDF I made called 3 Steps to Fretboard Mastery. In it, I talk about how you can look at pretty much any scale all across the fretboard so you never get lost on the guitar again. And not just that, but how do you see also the arpeggios and also other scales wherever you are? How do you develop that flow on the guitar? All of that is described in that free guide I made for you. So if that interests you at all, I invite you to check it out at the link in the description below. And I'd love to know, which minor scale sound did you like the most? Whatever your preference was, I'd love to know. So leave me a comment down below. And until next time, keep practicing.